Hi, Caitlin here from Adventure Ready Brands, and today I'm going to talk to you about the few ways to clean and close a wound. I will be using First Aid 2.0 from Adventure Medical Kits. This is a perfect size kit to fit in any size pack. This method is if you have access to a first aid kit. The first step before touching the cut or scrape is to wash your hands thoroughly. And if you are helping another person, you should put on gloves to avoid cross-contamination. Now that you have washed your hands, you will need to assess the wound. If there is bleeding present, you will need to elevate the body part and apply firm, steady pressure using a clean bandage until the bleeding has stopped. Once all bleeding has stopped, you will need to clean the wound. Rinse the wound with clean water to avoid risk of infection. Wash around the wound with soap or use an antiseptic towelette. Remove all dirt and debris from the wound with clean tweezers. If you cannot remove all debris, you will need to seek medical attention. Once all debris has been removed from the wound, apply antibiotic ointment. This will help the wound to heal. Now that you have cleaned your wound and applied antibiotic ointment, it is now time to dress your wound. Depending on the size of the cut or scrape, you can use gauze or an adhesive bandage. If needed, you can also use a roller gauze over top. This will apply pressure and keep the wound clean and allow you to get back to your hike. If the wound is larger, you can also use a splint to help keep the wound from reopening. It is best to change the dressing once a day or if it becomes wet or dirty. You also want to make sure that you are up to date on your tetanus shot. Also, watch out for signs of infection. These could include redness, increasing pain, drainage, warmth, or swelling. Seek medical attention if any of these symptoms persist. The second method for cleaning and closing a wound would be an alternative method. This would be one where you didn't have any access to any items in a first aid kit. So, the first thing we would need to do is get creative in using any items that we have in our pack. We need to wash our hands using the water in our water bottle and get them as clean as possible and free of all debris and dirt. Then we need to do the same thing using our water bottle, but rinsing and cleaning our wound and making sure that that's free of all debris. Then we need to bandage our wound. You can use any items that you find in your pack, whether it be a clean shirt, a clean bandana, a clean pair of socks. As long as it's clean, you won't risk getting your wound infected. I always carry with me a clean pair of socks when I hike, so I'm going to use a pair of socks and show you how to make a makeshift bandage. The best part about socks is it's easy to tie around a wound and it almost acts as a roller gauze and it compresses to stop the bleeding and keeps it tight, which is great. If you also have a roll of duct tape with you and you need to be able to use this to make sure your bandage stays on, this would be a perfect way to use it. If you get wounded on your arm or need to make a makeshift sling of any sort, if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt, if you have a jacket and maybe a safety pin or a hairpin of any kind, if you pin the cuff of your hurt arm onto the shoulder of your good arm, this almost acts as a makeshift sling and it's able for you to keep your hurt arm safe as you're hiking down the mountain to get medical attention. Thanks for watching and happy hiking.